is presented by Eagle Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business. Create your success.
Greetings from the Philippines to the world. We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and also on our streaming site eaglenewslive.com. Watch us on our YouTube channel at Eagle News. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. The peso is 52.33 against the dollar, and at the closing of trade last Friday, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index closed at 7,979.66, up 86.85 points or 1.10%. Tourism in the Philippines has grown by leaps and bounds. A factor that has helped jumpstart tourism has been the building boom that has accompanied the opening of more hotel investments in major touristic sites. The building of hotel facilities has happened across regions of the country. The tourism industry's contribution to the economy reached a milestone in 2018 as it increased to 12.7% of the Philippines' GDP. One of the industries that has clearly benefited from the growth of tourism is the hospitality industry, but hotels and accommodations are also experiencing a lot of changes as they have to respond to the needs and demands of connected consumers who clamor for higher quality of service wherever and whenever they want it. Let's take a peek of the trends in the hospitality industry and the important role that hotel management systems play to make consumers' experience more seamless and responsive and giving business owners an edge over their competitors. ICD Product Manager Easy Domingo of Globe My Business will join us later after these headlines. DTI explores new markets for Philippine exports. The second annual ASEAN HR Innovation and Tech Summit is set on September 12 to 13. In an effort to expand the reach of Philippine exports in emerging markets, the Department of Trade and Industry Export Marketing Bureau has started exploring emerging markets in Africa, South Asia, Central Asia, and Eastern Europe. These markets were chosen based on the country's economic growth, gross domestic product, per capita population, ease of doing business, political climate, and the Philippines' trade and foreign policy directives. The DTI-EMB, together with the Philippine Trade and Investment Center, Mexico, recently organized a mission to Mexico and is currently setting its sights on other missions including India, Bangladesh, Russia, Egypt, and Ethiopia. The business mission to Guadalajara, Mexico, allowed Philippine exporters to participate in the trade fair participation in Expo ANTAD. It's the National Association of Supermarkets and Department Stores and Alimentaria Mexico 2019. ANTAD Expo is the largest food and beverage trade show in Mexico. Mexico has the biggest consumer potential among Latin American markets, with food and beverage consumption set to rise by 15% in 2020. Business missions to Mumbai, India, and Dhaka, Bangladesh are also set, including missions in Ethiopia and Egypt on the last quarter of the year. As the country explores more trade relations, the DTI will build on its past trade missions in South Africa, Mozambique, and will continue to explore key African markets. The second annual ASEAN HR Innovation and Tech Summit is set to be held on September 12 to 13 at the Shangri-La at the 4th Bonifacio Global City, with the theme Driving Human Capital and Corporate Innovation in the Digital Age. The second annual ASEAN HR Innovation and Tech Summit will focus on a 7-point agenda: the role of global and regional HR, compliance, leadership and change, communication, talent management and development, compensation and benefits, and technology and automation. This will discuss the gaps in the future of HR, fundamentals of HR transformation, building HR leaders during HR and organization transformation, identifying the challenges of HR transformation and recovery in emerging market, merging the digital and technology-driven talent as an opportunity to transform business, and many more. Speakers and panelists will come from Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, and Oceanic regions. When Open for Business returns, we will have the ICT Product Manager of Globe My Business, Ms. Easy Domingo. Stay with us, Open for Business. We'll be back.
Here at Hatley Castle, one of the filming locations for the X-Men series. Don't forget to tune in to Digital Nest only on Net 25.
Net 25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa.
Watch your favorite Net 25 shows on OSN, Channel 725, same day as the Philippines.
Net 25 shows live and on demand anytime,
Anywhere or any mobile device on OSN Play.
I am teacher Sally and this is Kid Kwento, one of Net 25 Kids' online shows. Kid Kwento is now on TV. You can watch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Also watch Anong Sa Inyo with Ate DJ every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Sa Kid Kwento, ang aming motto ay, let's all read to succeed! Hooray! Kita-kita tayo ha! Bye-bye!
What's up, everybody? Just like snow in Las Vegas being a rare thing, so are opportunities in life. So whenever they come around, seize the moment. Tune into Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net 25. I'm Ahmed Santos, your EBC correspondent, always one with 25. Peace!
investors, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Hi everyone, I'm Leah Marquez.
Open for Business is back, and with me is Miss Easy Domingo, ICT Product Manager of Globe My Business. Miss Easy, thank you for coming to the show.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for having me.
We have a very exciting topic this afternoon because as I mentioned during my introduction, the tourism sector is really booming. And I got this data, it's very fresh, from the PhilExport, from the Philippine Exporters Confederation. President Ortiz Luis noted that the tourism has been identified by the administration as a low-lying fruit, and he recalled the leap in services performance that started in 2015. So it's now, the growth rate is even twice that of the BPO sector. So it's really very huge. And I know you're very familiar with the growth in the BPO sector as well.
Yes.
But can you provide us some data on tourism, on the supply and demand, and also the occupancy rates?
Okay, so actually, that's true. Even in Globe, we are prioritizing tourism. And in fact, the World Travel and Tourism Council ranked the Philippines as number 15 out of 185 countries in terms of performance.
Wow, so number 15 out
Yes.
of 185.
Yes.
And this ranking is what? Provided by
The World Travel.
the World Travel every year.
Yes, and that's the data as of 2018.
What was our ranking last year?
Well, it was our first time to actually be in the top 15.
Wow.
So that was really a milestone for the Philippines.
Okay, that's
already.
great. Okay.
Okay.
So that's for the world data.
Yes, in terms of
for the
power
global
and
data.
performance.
Okay.
Yes, and then in terms of occupancy rates, the global standard actually in the 4 regions, namely Asia Pacific, Americas, Europe, and Middle East, the average is between 50 to 80%. And the Philippines right now, from 2015 to 2017, and even 2018, according to Colliers International, we're at about 65 to 70% occupancy rate. So we're aligned. In line with the global
60 to
standards.
70% occupancy rate.
Yes.
So, and that's still that's very high when you compare it with the ASEAN region, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, my question is, of course, with the build program of the government, definitely we will be expecting more hotels, more businesses to be set up. What's your forecast there? Are you is Globe really looking at this and taking advantage of the boom in terms of infrastructure as well, as far as the building of hotels and other infrastructures?
Yes. Actually, apart from the accommodations industry, we're strengthening also our positioning in the indirect industries that that is connected to the accommodations industries,
When you say
namely like
industry-
food,
okay.
travel, logistics. So we're definitely trying to penetrate or strengthen our place there in those industries. And yes, that's true. In fact, with the improvement in terms of infrastructure projects that the government has right now, it makes easier for travelers to actually come in. There's more, we've been experiencing it now, the influx of international travelers.
Yes.
And even the local travelers, they're visiting more provinces already in the Philippines, exploring.
Which is my next question, Miss Easy. What's the drivers of the growth? Bakit mas maraming travelers now? You mentioned about international travelers. You mentioned about
Yes.
domestic travelers also. A lot of audiences, a lot of our viewers now are also interested to know why. Is it because of our infrastructure? Is it because of cheaper costs? What is the reason why we're really getting a lot of interest in our tourism industry?
Well, primarily because of the availability of information. So I guess more and more people now with internet, using the internet, social media, they get to see places through other people's accounts, and it triggers interest for them to travel. So, and even the priorities, as people nowadays get more stressed, so the motivation to get out there, have fun, explore is actually higher.
Okay. I actually attended also the sustainable tourism, and I heard your president, Mr. Ernest Koo, said, with the travelers now and the demands of the consumers, they're looking for a lot of experiences, new experiences. Pero kailangan daw Instagrammable. Sometimes
That's true. That's
because
true.
you said earlier because of the advent of the internet, di ba?
Yes.
So I think in that forum he said like some of the consumers would prefer Wi-Fi over free breakfast.
That's true, that's true. Actually, because travelers, admittedly, both do it for leisure and for business. And now, ang dami ng options eh. Like even there are co-working spaces. You can pretty much do your business anywhere you are, whether you're in front of the beach, lying down, or, you know, in the office, for as long as you have stable and reliable internet connection.
Okay.
Pretty much anything is possible na pagdating
that's
sa
right.
pagtrabaho. Now, I guess we're trying to address that kind of transformation among consumers, and of course yung trends din sa business. That's why it is important for us to be able to help our SME partners, in this case the accommodations industries, to adapt to the change that we're
Okay.
experiencing now.
You mentioned a keyword, which is transformation and
Yes.
change. Sige, pag-usapan natin. Can you provide these examples of transformation, these changes? So, nasabi na natin kanina, like say, when you are in a resort or a hotel, sige, kahit wala ng breakfast, basta may free Wi-Fi. So, what is it? What's the change in terms of the behavior or in terms of the preference of consumers
Well,
now?
first of all, di ba, I don't know if you've experienced this, but how many of us take pictures first before we eat?
Okay.
Well, that's just one of the consumer
That's right.
behaviors that we're seeing in restaurants.
Yes.
And, well, actually, sir, on a serious note, the transformation there would be, of course, kunwari, they are doing business. And, of course, you have preferences eh. So nowadays, the hotels are into big data. Well, the bigger hotels have the capacity now to capitalize on big data, or at least the data that their customer relationship management system gives them, provides them on the activities of their guests. yung mga surveys that they take that into consideration na so that they can provide a more personalized service for the guests.
Now, I would just like to make it a little relatable to some of our audiences, because you mentioned about big data.
Yes.
Now, for some of our viewers, what is big data? Because of course there are technical definitions, but for some of our viewers, you may want to tell us more in your perspective, in a layman's terms, what is big data and how will that impact to, like, say, a hotel owner or a resort owner?
Okay, so to put big data simply, it's being able to use the available data or the consumer information that you have on hand. So maybe the surveys that you take among your guests, the orders that they pick. Kunwari, meron kang system, ano ba yung binibili nito? If you're able to track their visits to your hotel, uy, returning guest ko to, nandito siya last year.
So at what time of the year?
At what time of the year? So,
and what they like to order, probably in the restaurant or in the bar?
Yes.
I see.
And when you get to synthesize the information that you have, more or less, you'll be able to create a more personalized experience. For example, bago pa lang siya dumating sa hotel, you took a quick survey and you ask them na what are your preferences, the fact na gusto nyo ba ng king bed, small bed, travel, do you want to explore the city or not? Those are samples, I mean, in terms of layman.
Okay, without really, without easy telling us that that's a trend, she just mentioned that personalization is a big trend.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, a lot of families, including the person I know, her name is Lyra. Every time she goes to a specific, like say, hotel in Hong Kong, for example, when they open the door, they know her immediately. You know, they say hi, they say her name immediately. Is this the kind of, and as a consumer, you feel good because you are given that kind of privilege in that specific hotel. So, how will personalization impact on a business owner or a hotel owner when they personalize? What's the impact to their bottom lines?
Of course, they'll be able to generate more referrals from returning guests. So kumbaga, yeah, that's simple. Even I think even without internet, if you make someone happy, right? That's the normal behavior of a consumer. Oy, okay to, you stay here, they make you feel happy. So I guess even the priorities of hotels right now, they are striving towards, you know, creating happier guests more than anything.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay,
Yes.
another trend that I was able to discover, this is also in partnership with Globe by Business, is sustainable tourism, because we featured in one of our episodes with Globe by Business, sustainable tourism with Balasin. Now, in Balasin, the focus is really on providing livelihood to the community, the environment, or the services or the products that are environment friendly and all. Again, why is this? Why this interest on sustainability, environment friendly, and other trends on sustainable tourism?
So I guess that's one way of a business trying to address one of the sensitivities of the market now. So more travelers now are conscious about a business impact to the environment. So kumbaga, Balasin is being conscious about this. They're trying to show their guests that, hey, we're not just here for business. We're trying to adapt, and we want our brand to support your advocacies as, socially
Relevant.
concerned.
Yes.
Yes. So that's one way of personalization. Kumbaga, you're trying to address a particular need of your market. So in this case, yun yung mga environmentally conscious. Yun.
Health conscious then.
Health conscious then because they serve a variety of food menu. I mean, for vegetarians, for
And also easy. I know that you probably belong to this age bracket, but even the
Yes.
even the millennials are
Probably.
really demanding for new experience. So sometimes, according to some of the studies, when they go to a specific area or locality, they're not after the most famous tourist sites, but they now immerse into the local culture.
Yes.
They immerse into the local activities. So is this also one of the trends now in the industry?
Yes, that's true. People nowadays, they're looking for new experiences. And we want to be more relevant. Even yung mga events natin, local events natin right now, diba? Parang maraming pumupunta sa Visayas kapag January or first quarter of the year for sinulog, yung mga ganon.
They experience
because they
the
want
various
to
festivities.
be part of it. Yes, they want to take part with the community. So those are the things right now that accommodations industries are focusing on, not just the comfort, not just the amenities, but being able to bring new experiences to guests.
Okay. Now, I'd like to ask, of course, this is your line. You've been in product management for ICT.
Yes.
So that's information and communications technology. Now, in the course of your product management on ICT, there are a lot of areas in ICT, from your cybersecurity, diba? From your network,
Yes.
in the hotel industry or for small businesses, in your market, what are the top priorities of ICT products or ICT concerns that you deal with your market?
Okay, so given the trends now, the consumer behavior now, of course, our primary objective is to support our businesses by giving them stable Wi-Fi connection that they can extend to their guests.
Okay.
And recently, we just launched a business solution catering to the accommodations industry, wherein we put together a hotel management system coupled with the brand of account servicing of Globe. Para, the hotel management system can simplify the workloads of the hotels, especially the small and medium business ones. And for them to be able to adapt to the technology, use of the system easily, more comfortably, and so that they can create their guests more happy.
Okay.
Yun.
That's very interesting. Miss Easy will be talking about this hotel management system when open for business returns. Stay with us.
Open for Business is presented by Globe My Business. Create your success.
kids to do pretend play. Pretend play is so much fun. Parents and kids can learn a lot of skills when doing imaginative play. Here are some activities that parents and kids can do together. Kids can pretend to be chefs and waiters during cooking and meal times. The sofa or couch can be a good transportation to faraway places. Kids can pretend to be their favorite community helper. Encourage kids to incorporate songs when they do imaginative play. You can also do a camp out inside your house. Use a blanket instead of a tent. There are so many other things to do. Remember, your imagination is unlimited.
Mga giliw.
We are back and we are open for business, and still with me is the ICT Product Manager, Easy Domingo of Globe My Business. Easy, before I ask the other questions, I'd like to greet some of our viewers. Jerry Fortuno watching from Bangladesh. Vener de Hokos Supan watching from Italy. And Miss Eliza Malakahil says, go easy. Okay, let's go easy.
Okay.
You introduced this system, the hotel management system, as a way for the small and medium enterprises, small business owners, to have, for them to make their hotel properties function better. Yes. And of course, this will, as you mentioned earlier, this is probably where they can call a lot of information and insights from the big data out of that, or a lot of information and other tactics or activities that they can probably adapt if they have this system. Mm-hmm. What is this hotel property system?
Okay.
Or hotel management system?
Actually, our solution, we call it the Globe My Business Hotel Management System.
Okay.
We put it together with our partners. So the software is actually an award-winning hospitality management suite. Mm-hmm. So the company is based in San Diego, California, and their software is really good. One of the leading softwares that hotels use, especially the small and medium business ones, the 1 to 4 star hotels. And given that software, kasi we understand that the mindset of SME owners, self-service kasi tong software na to eh. So we coupled this powerful engine with services like on-site training, hand-holding in terms of implementation, and live after-sales support. So basically, it's a full suite that will enable them to use not just a powerful engine, but of course to adapt easily dun sa paggamit ng system.
But before you introduce this system in the market, for other business owners, what were they using? How hard is it to get it, or how easy is it to get it?
You see, in the Philippines kasi, majority of the business owners, not just in the accommodations industry, are still very traditional. So, if you're really a small property, and you can, I guess, track your bookings, lahat ng mga nagbo-book sa hotel mo, ganyan, and your sales in general, through pen and paper method.
Oo, manual yan.
Or email, Excel, ganyan. So, what our solution actually brings to the market right now is yung tipong, kahit natutulog sila, they don't have to worry about the tendency of overbookings.
Okay.
Kasi you know, when guests try to book your property, so there's calls, and majority of them now try to book online.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's a lot of...
and there are different channels, like
Yes.
mybooking.com, Expedia. So, depending on the type of traveler that they are. So, ang daming channels. And normally, for a small business owner, parang, wait, sometimes they get too overwhelmed with the different types of bookings, and then nagpa-pile up yung bookings up to the point that they cannot track anymore if meron pa silang inventory of rooms.
Yes.
And
if I were the consumer who booked on that and I was overbooked or I was overlooked, the
Yes.
tendency is that I will get angry or I will get dissatisfied.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, what is important now is customer experience. Doon pa lang sa booking ko, if I get bad experience,
Yes.
I will not go to your hotel anymore.
Yes. Actually, the customer journey right now starts from reservation. Actually, even discovery pa nga eh.
Okay.
Diba? What they see about your property. So, if a property right now is scored low in the review scores, medyo you have to think twice if you really want to book that property. So, it plays a big part. And we partnered with Digital Arbitrage, the US-based company, because we believe that they offer a unique solution. Meaning, it's cloud-based, but it has an offline function. So, even if the customer, the hotels, the managers, or the operators can be rest assured that the rooms are allocated well to the customers. Parang it minimizes the incidence of overbooking.
Okay, that's good because especially as you mentioned, some of the consumers will go directly to different sites, and for the business owner, as you mentioned, there's a lot of stress and pressure in trying to consolidate all this. So, if a business owner gets the system, what specific, you mentioned about full suite and earlier, but can a business owner choose also which types of the modules in the suite or in the system can he or she take? And what is the component of this suite or system?
So, right now, we offer flexible types of packages. So it can range from the full suite, meaning the software, including the services. But we're also, given the demand right now and the inquiries that we get, we're also now going to open software only. And later on, it's part of our roadmap is to offer modular. Because actually, when we put this together, self-service kasi right now is the trend of all software solutions that
So when
we
you
have.
say self-service,
And you just go to the website, you read up on the solution, and then you sign up.
Oh, it's
But
as
there's
easy
no
as that.
assurance na, well, if you are very advanced in terms of technical know-how, you're probably a millennial,
Okay.
like us. Hindi millennial talaga ako. Ayun. Hindi. Ayun. So, if you are capable, then it should be easy for you. But hindi kasi ganon lahat.
Yeah, especially the ones who are, business owners. Sometimes it's patriarchal, and it's best if there is some sort of, as you mentioned, hand-holding,
Yes.
which is that kind of service.
Yes, that's the value that we're trying to bring to our market. I mean, kasi it's one thing that you purchase a system or a software, and this applies to all actually. But it's another thing to make it work, especially if you have staff who are challenged in terms of using new systems, migrating to new systems. Then it will be of little value if you purchase something that you don't get to use din naman effectively.
That's right.
So the value that we bring to our customers is actually giving them the system and partnering also with Queen to deliver on-site training to wherever they are in the Philippines, actually.
So this offering is offered nationwide.
Yes.
It can be in Visayas, Mindanao. But
Yes,
my
Luzon.
question, Miss Easy, is, are there a lot of hotel management systems in the market? What's the competitive advantage of when they choose the Globe My Business hotel management system?
Of course, there's a lot of alternatives right now, to be honest. But of course, what we're bringing to them is a powerful engine that's been widely used already in 35 countries. And hindi lang yun. I mean, meron na ring mga statements from all over the world, existing small and medium accommodations businesses, who have really shared how this engine has helped their business grow. So from a couple of rooms to marami na sila. And then, of course, in terms of price, we are competitive if software lang din naman yung pag-uusapan. But then, of course, we bring our brand of account management and support to the table. Kaya, they have the option to pay a little more for those services.
Of course, and if you couple the branding of Globe and the experience of Globe My Business in the telco business, it's really more powerful. Now,
Yes.
How will this management system impact on the bottom lines? Will there be greater savings? Has there been a study on the savings that will be as a result of the use of this, and other features and benefits for the business owner?
Okay. So, this system kasi comes with a property management system, a channel management system, and a booking engine. And of
see.
course, reports. So they can benefit from getting automated reports. So, reports pa lang alone, they can save already 4 hours of their
Wow.
time. Kasi that's normally
What
the average.
reports will this generate?
Normally, the reports from kumbaga kapag shifting na yung schedules ng managers, yung turnover from one manager to another.
I
And then, of
see.
course, the sales reports for the day. It usually takes, if you're using a manual method, it usually takes you about 4 hours to generate a report.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and with
That's
this,
4 hours.
if you're
yes.
a hotel owner and you do not actually have that many people in your staff, just by using your Globe phone, LTE, or even if you're in the car accessing your laptop, you can already check the performance of your sales on a daily
So you
basis,
can
hourly
access it
basis,
anywhere you are. So even if
or as long as you have internet.
Okay, so
Yes.
interesting. So it can be in the office or anywhere you are. It could be in your
Yes.
the comfort of your home.
Yes,
I
the
see.
hoteliers.
I see. Now, is there a minimum number of rooms for you to use this, like, or is it what's the minimum or what's the maximum, and are there changes in terms of pricing and other benefits should you choose a specific module or you get the whole suite?
Actually, there is no minimum, but we recommend that for optimal pricing purposes, we recommend that a property or a hotel with at least 20 rooms and above, up to 200 rooms yun. Kasi that's when operations get messy sometimes. Like if you have more rooms to track, yes, and to assign, that's when yung mga pen and paper method, Excel sheet method, hindi na siya ganun ka-convenient. And that's when the potential errors come in.
We are running out of time, and before we ask Miss Easy to leave us for this interview, Miss Easy, how would you please invite our viewers, the business owners, hotel owners, why they would take advantage of the Globe My Business Hotel Management System?
Okay, so I'm inviting everyone to check out Globe My Business Hotel Management System. You can contact our account managers or visit our website. That's globe.com.ph/business/SME. You'll get to know more on how exactly the hotel management system that we have, software and service, how it can benefit your operations. So this is not just simply, automating processes, but letting you adopt or use the system more easily because you get training from Globe. So, there.
Thank you very much. That's a very powerful solution, and we hope to get more information about that in the contact details that you provided. And of course, you can visit again or watch this video again in our Facebook and in our YouTube channel. Our term of the week and our words of the week when open for business returns. Miss Easy Domingo, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
I am Teacher Sally, and this is Kid Kwento, one of Net25 Kids' online shows. Kid Kwento is now on TV. You can watch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Also watch Anong Sa Inyo with Ate DJ every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Sa Kid Kwento, ang aming motto ay, let's all read to succeed! Hooray! Kita-kita tayo ha! Bye-bye!
Hanggang alas 7 ng gabi.
In our term of the week, you take a refresher of business terms to make you updated, more informed, and ready to make smarter business decisions. Our term of the week is OTA. OTAs are online companies whose websites allow consumers to book various travel-related services directly via internet. They are third-party agents reselling trips, hotels, cars, flights, vacation packages, and others provided or organized by others. Travel shopping via online agencies has become very popular nowadays, especially in the last-minute segment, and also because of the frequent usage of the smartphones. Today's consumers are on the go, and the advantage of a booking engine and the reservation solutions provided by the OTAs is that it offers instant payment and booking confirmation. And our word of the week is from Justin Vaught. He said, "Hospitality is making your guests feel like they're at home, even if you wish they were." Thank you very much for watching Open for Business. Join us again in the next episodes of Open for Business for more insights from CEOs, thought leaders, and industry experts promoting business development in the Philippines. See you again next Saturday and Sunday for another episode of Open for Business, where we discuss business information, deliver the latest business news to keep you informed and open for business and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. You're on Facebook Live on Eagle News, and you can watch us again in the video section of the Eagle News Facebook page and on eaglenewslive.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Eagle News. Catch me also on Net25's Eagle News International as I join Alma Angeles in reporting more business news here and around the world. For Open for Business, this is Cesar Vallejos. Thank you, Marky of Globe My Business, for joining us at the set. Have a great day.
Ang dengue